Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sabrina Dhami with your 13 Noun update, joined with Chief Meteorologist Paul Caiano, who has some breaking weather news to tell us about right now.
Yeah, Sabrina, we've been watching very closely here. Christina this morning, Reed and I came in around mid-morning and we were discussing the possibility of making tomorrow an alert day. Computer models have been kind of bouncing around. I think the hard part is that we're going to get rain in the morning. And a lot of times that early morning rain puts us in a more stable environment. And when it does, it kind of diminishes the chance for severe weather later in the day, even though other ingredients seem to want to line up. But it does look like now the latest indication, Sabrina, is that we're going to see enough clearing that we're going to have to be a little more concerned about some stronger storms in the afternoon tomorrow.
And as you have said, the ground is so saturated. We are seeing areas that normally get flooding very easily right now. So there's that factor as well that you're weighing in.
Absolutely. That certainly wasn't lost on us when we were making the decision. We normally we would just look for, hey, what are the chances that we get wind gusts? What are the chances that we get some hail? And of course, some heavier downpours. But it's been so wet that even if we avoid technically severe weather, by definition, it doesn't mean that we can't have some localized flooding, which would be its own issue on a Friday evening.
Beautiful day today, though. We'll take it while we can, right?
Absolutely. Look at it outside right here. You just called it up on the CDPHP first warning cam out of Saratoga Springs, a beautiful blue sky, 84 degrees, and the humidity is down. So that helps also. We've had 2 days of pretty decent humidity, and most everyone is in the lower 80s now. It's not too hot, very July-like feel out there without oppressive humidity, so we can get out and enjoy it. We could do some outdoor stuff this afternoon and evening without really having to sweat it out. And you can see here it's dry on the first warning live Doppler. Even the expanded view showing that we remain in between disturbances. So one continues to depart off into the Maritimes. The next one, it is getting closer. And you see that line of thunderstorms now approaching the thumb of Michigan. That's the action that'll hold together and come through as some showers and bursts of rain when the sun comes up tomorrow. But it's the same disturbance that'll ignite a subsequent area of showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon. So let's go through it hour by hour. Notice a dry day today into the night tonight. Clouds start to come in after midnight, and here comes that line. What's left of it, notice it's not severe. It's just a batch of rain. And this could also produce some localized flooding, particularly in Vermont and the North Country, where they've been hit very hard. But after this gets out of here, right around midday, notice we dry out again with some sun right around noon. So this is the key to the forecast, because if things destabilize again in this environment, that's where we start to see the atmosphere percolate. And watch what happens on the model. See that line of thunderstorms by Utica now approaching the capital region by about 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow. Timing is still a little bit uncertain. It could be a little earlier, a little later, but if this line develops, it could produce some pretty good wind gusts and some hail, maybe even a little bit of rotation, depending on how the shear sets up. So the environment which is left over behind the morning rain tomorrow is going to be key in whether we get the severe weather in the afternoon. So out ahead of that, in order to keep you up to date and informed, we're issuing the alert day. 67 tonight, clouds come in. That rain develops by early morning tomorrow, then a break of sun or two, and showers and storms will show up tomorrow afternoon. So an alert day. To see how strong those storms will be, we'll be watching the latest trends. Either way, the weekend looks nice, especially Sunday, but even Saturday, we've left it at a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and then more of a summer-like feel, mid to upper 80s next week, even 90 by Thursday.
A lot of prep goes into this. Of course, you just want people to be informed and ready. So therefore, you're calling it for tomorrow, and we'll hear much more starting live at 4 from you, Paul, about all of this.
Absolutely. We'll see you then.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. We have a lot that we're covering today. It's a busy Thursday, so let's get to a story that has been breaking since this morning. Multiple buildings damaged by a big fire in Troy. Let's bring in my colleague, Stella Porter, who is covering this. You were on scene all morning, Stella. Tell us a little bit more about what you saw.
Yeah, Sabrina, the video that we got is just incredible. The flames were billowing as soon as we got there around 9:30 this morning, and just devastating these homes. You can see firefighters up on the ladder there fighting those flames that were really heavy for several hours there. as they just doused those 3 buildings that include about 6 apartments with water. So they battled the heat, the limitations of the water supply. The fire chief was telling us that they can only spray so much water from these mains that are older in that part of Troy on the home. So they were working with what they could to get this fire out. Luckily, though, the good news is that no one was injured. People were home at the time, and now they've lost everything. But luckily, no firefighters and no neighbors were hurt in this.
I saw the smoke, Stella, driving in this morning on 787. Describe the location a little bit for people who are not familiar with that area.
So this was right as you enter South Troy it was on Stowe Avenue. So Stowe and Morrison Avenues are still closed. We just got an update from police. And so this was part of Stowe Avenue, 16, 18, and 20 Stowe Avenue, I believe, are the addresses of those 3 homes.
Right, yeah, we have that map right up on the screen right now to help people understand the area a little bit more. I know when you came back, just to put your stories together, really, firefighters were still on the scene. So we're going to find out the latest starting live at 4 about perhaps a cause of what may have happened there.
Yeah, still firefighters still haven't said anything about a cause. So I know they're working on it.
Right. Okay. Stella Porter, thank you so much for the update. We'll see you live at 4. Another story we're following today is an interesting case in Cobleskill in Schoharie County, where more than half of the police force suddenly resigned. My colleague Taniqua Pennix is in Cobleskill right now. She's been reaching out, trying to find some answers as to why this is happening over there. Tia, what have you learned?
Well, hey, Sabrina. I spoke to the president of Cobleskill Police Benevolent Association, and he tells me that this is all because of the fact that the mayor is no longer allowing them to get overtime to cover shifts. Now, at a board meeting on Tuesday, the president of that union, along with another officer, resigned, and then he tells me the following day, 6 others resigned, and that included the police. So I'm here right outside Cobleskill Police Department, and it also houses the mayor's office as well. I reached out to the mayor to see if she would talk on camera about how this will affect the town here. She sent a statement basically acknowledging that finances are a major concern. She did say that she's sorry to see the 8 officers go and that they're working on a plan to see how they can keep the community here safe. So a lot of back and forth. It seems to be some tension between the police and the mayor. And this is something that we'll dive more into coming up later today at 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. Meantime, this is posing somewhat of a safety concern in that area, Tia. So you said 8 officers. Talk about the size of the force and how much of an impact losing 8 officers is causing for them.
It's going to be a huge impact. So with them losing those 8 officers, that gives them 1 sergeant and 2 patrolmen. So that's
it.
People. That's it. And those are some of the things that we talked about in my interview with the president of the police union. And, you know, he tells me it was a difficult decision for them all to make, choosing to resign. But ultimately, they do still have a family that they have to take care of. And as much as he said he is going to miss the community and he feels bad how this will affect the community, it's a decision that they all felt they had to make. So in the meantime, what you'll have Schoharie County deputies helping out. You also have New York State Police helping out. And I saw some of that earlier when I tried calling Cobleskill Police. Schoharie County deputy actually answered the phone on behalf of Cobleskill Police. And then even just being here, you know, I went inside the building and tried to buzz my way in. So it's 2 reasons why I wasn't able to get in. 1, maybe they didn't want me in because I'm media. They don't feel like dealing with that right now. Or it just may not be enough people to, you know, to talk to me right now. So
Right. It's a good point. Tia, thank you very much. As you said, you're going to dive into this a little bit more starting this evening at 4 o'clock. We appreciate the update live from Cobleskill right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to probably the pick of the day in terms of assignments. My colleague and friend, Chris Onorato, look at him. I mean, could you be in a better spot right now, Chris?
No, not possible.
You're at Citi
I'm
Field right now, but for good
Yes,
reason, not just for fun.
yeah, at Citi Field. And actually, our guy Zach Remillard just had an at bat here. Prior to that, he was 2 for 2 today with a double and run scored in the second inning, a single in the fourth inning. His White Sox are leading this game 4-1, and I don't just hang out in the crowd regularly, right? I mean, it's still pretty good to see. I mean, this is the view, so it's not
bad
bad,
at all.
Sabrina. Okay, but as you can see, I'm surrounded by Remillards. His parents are here. His friends from high school are here. Garrett Bernardo, who he played high school baseball with, is here. So I don't just always hang out with the crowd, but here are his parents now live on News Channel 13's YouTube page. Okay? We're just kind of invading their personal space as they enjoy watching their son play Major League Baseball. We talked with Zach live on the field prior to the game and brought that to you on News Channel 13 live at noon. We'll talk to him after the game today as well, as the White Sox lead here in the top of the sixth inning at Citi Field against the Mets. And again, Zach Remillard from Cohoes, graduated from LaSalle Institute, 2 for 3 today with a double, single, and run scored. Not bad in what is his first trip back to New York as a big leaguer.
Not bad at all. Not bad seats that you have there as well with his whole family. And how awesome to see all of this live as it's happening right now. And we hear the cheering going on right now as the game is still underway. So, Chris, thank you so much for joining us. How fun. And we can't wait to see more of this starting live at 4.
We'll see you then. Thanks, Sabrina.
Okay. All right. We'll end on that happy note. That's your 13 Now update on this Thursday afternoon, a busy Thursday. I'm Sabrina Dami. We'll see you on air on News Channel 13, starting live at 4.